Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles, and I welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And in today's episode, the topic is, are the Lakers in deep trouble? So that's the topic I want to get into in today's video. But before we get into that, I want you guys to please make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content. Also, make sure you go ahead and check out Dreamerspro Max, an online sports community that we created, a place where you can go and start basketball discussions, chat live during games, which we're doing all throughout the playoffs. So many other cool things. If you guys are interested in that, be sure to check that out. We have that linked in the description below. And also make sure you go ahead and click the join button to join the channel to receive loyalty badges from our channel. So make sure you guys go ahead and do that. It's linked to the subscribe button. Anyway, let me get into this topic here. So first of all, I saw the game last night with the Lakers. The Lakers and the Suns. And going into that game, I know Anthony Davis wasn't, slated to play. He wasn't supposed to play that game. And I watched the game, and early in the game, I saw that LeBron looked very aggressive. He looked like he came out shooting. But I quickly realized after a few minutes of watching that game that the Suns were even more aggressive than the Lakers. Like, the Suns were not having it. I think the Suns were like sharks that smell blood in the water, and they were going in for the jugular. They were not waiting for anything, and they wanted to take it to the Lakers early and often. And that is exactly what they did. And in the first half, they just completely overwhelmed the Lakers. I quickly saw in that game that LeBron, there was nothing LeBron James could do. At the end of the half, LeBron was 3 of 10. He was shooting 30% from the field. There was nothing he could do. It was just like an avalanche on top of the Lakers. And it was crazy. Now, going into these playoffs, I had the Clippers and the Lakers as the two best teams in the Western Conference. I've been saying this all season long. For those of you that have been following this channel, you guys that have been following the channel know that I've been saying that, right? And I gave the Lakers the benefit of the doubt this season for a number of reasons. One of the reasons was they had LeBron James, who some consider to be the best player in the world. So I said, okay, you got LeBron James. He's a multiple-time champion. He has championship experience. He's been there, done that. So he's going to be able to lead these guys kind of back. He's going to help lead these guys back to the promised land, or at least have them, at least in the Western Conference Finals this year. So that was one of the things. Another thing I said early in the season, I'm saying it again, I felt like the Lakers had momentum. After coming off their championship last year, their 16th championship, I felt like they came into the season with that kind of momentum, with that confidence, with that kind of bravado, knowing that, listen, we just won a title. And we know that we can do it, unlike maybe the Clippers who want to do it, who feel like they can do it, but they haven't done it yet. The Lakers have the proof of concept that, listen, we've done this, so we can do it again. So I felt like the Lakers had that on their side. I thought Anthony Davis was going to take a major step forward this year, given how well he played last year. I thought he should have been Defensive Player of the Year last year. Given how well he played last year, I thought that he was going to be even better this year, right? I thought that as well. And also, the Lakers started off with a very soft schedule in the beginning of the season. A very, very soft schedule, and I think they ended up winning 21 or 24 of their first 30 games, right? Or 20 of their first 25 games, if I'm not mistaken. They had a very soft schedule to start off, the season. However, as the season progressed, there were some, signs that made me started to get a little bit concerned about the Lakers, this year. The first thing was Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis was showing that he was actually regressing this season instead of progressing. His overall scoring this season actually went down in comparison to what he scored last year. I think last year, AD put up some fantastic numbers last year. If I look at his numbers last year in the regular season, Anthony Davis for the Lakers in 2019-2021, he averaged 26 points per game. He got you 1.5 steals, 2.3 blocks. He got you 3.2 assists, 9.3 rebounds. He shot 85% from the free throw line. He shot 54% from the field. He shot 50% from the field, and he got you a decent amount of points. This year was the total opposite. This year, Anthony Davis averaged 21.8 points per game, to be kind. Let's say 22 points per game. That's a 4-point drop off. He averaged less blocks per game. He averaged less steals per game this year, less assists per game, less rebounds per game. His free throw percentage for the year was 73%, which is 11 percentage points worse than he did last year. And he shot a lower field goal percentage. So Anthony Davis actually regressed this season. He took a step back, which is something that I did not kind of foresee. Now, I've been saying it for the longest, that as someone that has followed Kobe Bryant, and Kobe Bryant was my favorite basketball player, I said Anthony Davis is not that guy for LA. He's not the guy. He's not the guy that you're going to build your cornerstone, your organization around. I never felt that he was that dude, and he's proven me right. So AD took a step back, right? But then there was some other concerns because of the pieces that they lost. They lost Rajon Rondo, who's a multiple-time champion, who helped them win their last championship. They lost Dwight Howard, who helped them win their championship, who has championship experience, who has already been to the championship even before he got to the Lakers. They lost JaVale McGee. These are skilled big defenders. And they lost Danny Green. These are pivotal key pieces to a championship puzzle that they lost. And in return, they got Montrezl Harrell, who they thought was going to be this big. It was nothing. Then they got, Andre Drummond, who they thought was going to be the next coming of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Nothing. Been a flat-out disappointment. And the reason he's been a disappointment is because of the expectations that Laker fans had, which the media pushed. Expectations is the quickest way to disappointment. If you expect something that this guy cannot deliver, you're going to be disappointed. I never expected these great things from Andre Drummond. A lot of people did because of what the media was putting out there, what Shannon Sharp was pushing out there. Well, you got him now. What is he giving you? Absolutely, positively, nothing worth talking about. If I go into the game last night and I look at Andre Drummond, he got you 7 points. He was a -8 for his plus minus. He got you 7 points. 13 rebounds. He shot three free throws, and he was 2 of 5 from the floor. So when people were sitting up here jumping up and down, rejoicing, I'm like, y'all, is it that either you don't know what you're talking about, or you've been sold a bag of goods that were not good anymore, right? The way the media pushed Andre Drummond, oh, we got Andre Drummond, like, he's not that guy. Now you're seeing for yourself. Another issue with the Lakers is that gave me concern was their injuries. They've suffered injuries to key players this year. One, namely LeBron James, and the other, Anthony Davis. These guys have been in and out of the lineup all season long, and Anthony Davis is out of the lineup as we speak. He's out of the lineup as we speak. Then they went in there. They dropped, Game 5 to the Suns, and now they're on the brink of elimination. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? Now, what you're going to hear today, and I haven't even listened to the mainstream media, what you're going to hear today is this. The Lakers are totally fine. Oh, you have nothing to worry about. They're totally fine. Everything's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. No worries, no worries, no worries. Why? Why do you think that's going to be the general thing that's going to be said? And I'm 100% sure that's exactly what the majority of sports fans are going to feel. They were putting out polls yesterday of who they thought was going to win that game on YouTube. Everybody thought it was the Lakers. Everybody thought it was the Lakers. Why? Because they've been conditioned to believe so. When things go bad, it means nothing. It means nothing for the Lakers. Oh, it means that they're going to be fine. Even though the sky's falling, they're going to be fine. But if you juxtapose that with the Clippers, is the same reason the Clippers can go out there and win 2 games, beat the Dallas Mavericks handily by 25 points, and Nick Wright can come out and say the Clippers are in trouble. How does that make sense? But this is what the sentiment is going to be. So I'm sure at the end of all of this, the Lakers are going to be just fine. They're going to be just fine. You have nothing to worry about. Nothing. So what? Anthony Davis is not there means nothing. So what? Andre Drummond only got 7 points. Oh, it means nothing. Nothing to worry about. Folks, there's something to be worried about. The Lakers are on the brink of being eliminated in round 1. The Phoenix Suns are not going to take their foot off the gas pedal here. They're not. They see the chinks in the Lakers championship armor, and they're attacking their weak points. LeBron is not going to be enough. He's not going to be enough. He's just not. He's only one man. He's not Superman. So LeBron is not going to be enough. Even if they get Anthony Davis back, he needs to play with a sense of urgency, and he just needs to be better. AD has just not been good enough all season long, and you're seeing it translate into the playoffs. People were expecting it. He hasn't been himself. He's regressed this year. Let me give you guys his numbers in the playoffs. Anthony Davis in the playoffs right now is averaging 21 points per game, 21.8 points per game. He's not even averaging 1 steal. He's getting 2 blocks, He's averaging 8 rebounds. His free throw percentage is improved. He's shooting 83% from the free throw line. His overall field goal percentage is 40%. AD is shooting 40% from the field in 4 games. That's not good. For a player of his caliber, that's not good. And if somehow they manage to come back and squeak past the Phoenix Suns, they're not going to get past the better teams. They're not going to beat the Nuggets playing like that. They're definitely not going to beat the Clippers playing like that. So the Lakers are in deep trouble. They're in trouble because if the shoe was on the other foot, and if it was the Clippers, y'all say they're in trouble, so they're in trouble here. But this is legitimate. I'm telling it to you guys as I see it, not as the story I want to give you guys. They're in trouble. They are in serious trouble of being eliminated in round 1. So what I want to know from you guys, do you think the Lakers are in trouble, or do you think, oh, it's going to be just fine? Because, after all, it's magic. They're just going to go out there, play. Suns are going to roll over, and they're just going to give them game 6. No, let me know what you guys think, because I think this is a serious problem here that the Lakers are having. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Again, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content. Once again, this is Charles here from Dreamerspro, wishing you guys an amazing day. Catch you guys on the next episode.